This is the best transition advice yet. Hey, I am Chuck the bureaucrat, and it finally happened. I was having a conversation with one of you who said something so profound, so simple, that it completely revolutionized my thinking on this whole transition process. If you want to successfully transition into a veteran or retiree status, you have to talk to veterans and retirees. I mean, think about it. If you're going to have a baby, who do you talk to? Well, women who have had babies. If you want to be an airborne soldier, who do you talk to? Airborne soldiers. You want to go to West Point? Talk to West Pointers. If you want to join any group, you talk to people who are already members of that group. And the same thing goes for your military transition. You have to talk to people who have completed their own military transition. And right there, let's just pause for a second and focus on that phrase, completed their transition. I want to point out that the military is a closed society with its own mission and values and worldview. It is, to a significant extent, separated from the real world. But at the same time, the military is more than just the active duty service members who are still in uniform. Throughout the military, you can find civilians and veterans and retirees who continue to serve inside this closed society. And thus, those people continue to embody the mission and the values and the worldview of the military. The veterans and the retirees who have transitioned out of uniform but continue to serve in some capacity within the military, well, they haven't completed their transition out of the military. There are realities about the non-military world that they have not had to come to grips with, and therefore they are unable to prepare you for the transition. So when I say that you need to talk to people who have completed their transition, what I mean is you've got to be really careful about talking to veterans and retirees who are still in the military. That retired colonel turned SES who's dispensing business advice, what does he really know about running a business? That specialist who got off active duty after doing 4 years and then took a GS-9 job, well, what does he really know about the civilian job hunt? That vet who got a job reading slides for the Transition Assistance Program, does he actually know what happens after the Transition Assistance Program is over? And sure, each and every one of these people might have incredibly valuable insights about how to become an SES or how to get a GS job or how to survive as a government contractor. But that advice will be about how to stay within the warm embrace of Mother Army. So, as you start to plan your inevitable departure from the military, and remember, the first day in the Army is the first day getting out of the Army. As you plan your departure, you have to talk to people who have actually departed. In fact, finding and connecting with these people should be an active part of your retirement planning process, even years before you start the formal part. Now, it is not going to be easy. The military is a closed society that takes active steps to separate you from veterans who've already transitioned. But keep this in mind. The same organizational barriers that prevent you as a uniformed service member from engaging with veterans who've already transitioned out, well, those same organizational barriers will keep you as a new veteran or new retiree from engaging with the support network that you have built and cultivated over years. When you do your final out, that organization, which has given you purpose and a sense of camaraderie, they will move on and they will not be able to waste time with you. So you have to have a pre-built probably small, community outside of the military. And so if you need help making those connections, just reach out to me and I will start connecting you with people who are experts and will help you through this process. In the meantime, watch this video about my biggest regret with transition. It's an analogy about this transition, and hopefully it can help put the whole experience into a better perspective.